Bombs exploding, government been open. DEA, FBI, CIA, threats in the world today. Terrorism like cannibalism taking over the streets, and all I can do is listen to these beats. Bombs exploding, government been open. DEA, FBI, CIA, threats in the world today. Terrorism like cannibalism taking over the streets, and all I can do is listen to these beats. Throw a little heat into the government sheet. Should've known it was coming. Now everybody's running this the USA, and I'm American made. Land of the free, home of the brave. Our people left in graves. I would've gave my life on that plane that day to prevent the pain caused and innocent people lost. Need no applause, just an explanation. This ruined nation is going into pieces. My nephews and nieces need to survive and live. I would give anything to keep this nation safe for my kids, innocent victims. Satan's my heart, tearing races apart, and we will never truly be free until we make some room for some humanity, and the insanity must stop. I don't care if you were a firefighter or a cop. I give my pledge to keep you coming from the edge. I need to let these feelings go. I need to let my feelings grow. I need to let this hate go. And we need to make some love in this world. Let us sit and twirl and let us think about what would happen if we keep collapsing. Bombs exploding, government been open. DEA, FBI, CIA, threats in the world today. Terrorism like cannibalism taking over the streets, and all I can do is listen to these beats. Bombs exploding, government been open. DEA, FBI, CIA, threats in the world today. Terrorism like cannibalism taking over the streets, and all I can do is listen to these beats. And if you little suckers still want a piece of my nation, we can start some new relations, start some gangs, come with our thing. Screw the government if they can't take charge. I'ma come through and let them know I'm like a mirage. The minute you see me and the next minute you don't, and I won't stop shooting until you will no longer pollute my air. I don't care if you come into my country and live free, but if you mess around, I'll put you down to the ground quickly. No, you little suckers trying to come with these MCs, and you little suckers trying to take charge. You better get on the ground and beg, please. Odyssey and the rest of the country, please don't kill me. Bombs exploding, government been open. DEA, FBI, CIA, threats in the world today. Terrorism like cannibalism taking over the streets, and all I can do is listen to these beats. Bombs exploding, government been open. DEA, FBI, CIA, threats in the world today. Terrorism like cannibalism taking over the streets, and all I can do is listen to these beats. Bombs exploding, government been open. DEA, FBI, CIA, threats in the world today. Terrorism like cannibalism taking over the streets, and all I can do is listen to these beats. Bombs exploding, government been open. DEA, FBI, CIA, threats in the world today. Terrorism like cannibalism taking over the streets, and all I can do is listen to these beats.
$20 secure phones to assist in staying anonymous, $5,000. Fighting legal cases across 5 countries, $1 million. Upkeep of servers in over 40 countries, $200,000. Donations lost due to banking blockade, $15 million. Added cost due to house arrest, $500,000. Watching the world change as a result of your work? Priceless. There are some people who don't like change. For everyone else, there's Wikileaks. To find out more about Wikileaks' financial blockade and how to donate, please visit wikileaks.org/support.html.
I'm Julian Assange.
Roger, I'll get you into space.
Editor of Wikileaks. We've exposed the world's secrets.
These documents belong to the United States government.
Been attacked by the powerful.
The United States strongly condemns.
Hey, quit asking questions.
He broke the law.
Illegally shoot the son of a...
For 500 days now, I've been detained without charge. But that hasn't stopped us. Today, we're on a quest for revolutionary ideas that can change the world tomorrow.
The future belongs to freedom. More than 110 million human beings across the world have joined the ranks of the free. Our nation is stronger and safer. Freedom, by its nature, must be chosen and defended by citizens. There is no justice without freedom. Liberty will come to those who love it. We will not be intimidated by thugs and assassins. We will win this essential, important victory in the war on terror.
The North American Aerospace Defense Command is charged with defending North America's airspace. On the morning of September 11th, 2001, Vice President Dick Cheney was in control of NORAD. This was the first time in U.S. history that a president or vice president was in direct control of the military agency. NORAD was founded in 1957, and generals always had the power to shoot down or intercept hijacked aircraft. But on June 1st, 2001, just 3 months before 9/11, Dick Cheney ordered Donald Rumsfeld to allow him to take control of NORAD itself and the shoot-down procedure, and remove that power from the generals so they could do nothing.
We're going to take a closer look tonight at another example of where, despite the conventional wisdom, there were people in the United States who actually were preparing to defend against the kind of attacks which occurred here on 9/11. The North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD for short, has been defending the skies over the U.S. and Canada for almost 50 years, 46 to be precise. USA Today reports that in the 2 years before the attacks on September the 11th, NORAD conducted exercises using hijacked airliners as weapons. One target was the World Trade Center.
They really hated us. But there was nobody in our government, at least, and I don't think the prior government could envision flying airplanes into buildings on such a massive scale.
But that turns out not to be true. U.S. military planners did envision and practice those very scenarios. As reported by USA Today, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, conducted exercises with fighter jets, simulating hijacked planes flown into the World Trade Center 2 years before the attack.
In over 20 years, I have not seen, until recently, a protected steel structure that has collapsed in a fire.
So what was the cause of the devastating explosive failure that happened to the World Trade Center?
There was a heavy-duty explosion.
And then all of a sudden, 3 big explosions. And the explosion blew and it knocked everybody over.
There was a third explosion.
Then there was secondary explosions and then the subsequent collapses.
We heard reports of secondary explosions after the aircraft impacted.
Yeah, detonated.
Take down a building.
It looks like one of those scenes of an old building being, purposely dynamited and blown up.
The entire building has just collapsed, as if a demolition team set off. When you see the old demolitions of these old buildings, it folded down on itself, and it is not
10 o'clock Eastern Time this morning, just collapsing on itself. This is a place where thousands of people work. We have no idea what caused this. If you wish to bring anybody who's ever watched a building being demolished on purpose knows that if you're going to do this, you have to get at the under infrastructure of a building and bring it down.
At 10:30, I tried to leave the building, but as soon as I got outside, I heard a second explosion and another rumble and more smoke and more dust. I ran inside the buildings, the chandelier shook, and again, black smoke filled the air. Within another 5 minutes, we were covered again with more silt and more dust. And then a fire marshal came in and said we had to leave because if there was a third explosion, this building might not last.
As we were getting our gear on and making our way to the stairway, there was a heavy-duty explosion.
Some of the people out, then there was those secondary explosions and then the subsequent collapses. So I don't know how many people were there. I know there was a lot of firefighters.
New York's bravest never had a chance. We really never even got that close to the building. The explosion blew and it knocked everybody over.
All of this was brought upon us in a single day. And night fell on a different world.
To those who scare peace-loving people with phantoms of lost liberty, my message is this: your tactics only aid terrorists.
Let us never tolerate outrageous conspiracy theories concerning the attacks of September the 11th. Malicious lies that attempt to shift the blame away from the terrorists themselves.
There is a chance for the President of the United States to use this disaster to carry out what his father, a phrase his father used, I think, only once, and hasn't been used since, and that is a new world order.